Hello, glad to have you here. Today, we're going to talk about three negative perceptions, and there's so many around business building and what we might be able to do to bring a positive change. Um, it's just, you know, if you work and you do something like I was a nurse, and you constantly hear negative stuff about it, it starts to get to you after a while. And you want to, kind of ask the question of, what made you first think about this or feel like this or whatever? Because it's just really, I hate to say really important all the time, but I haven't got another word, but it's just really important to be able to let people know what you know that's good about what it is that you do. And as far as business building, I can't use the name that I'd like to use because it's been villainized. It's been, say that it's not a real profession. There are lots of things that have been said about it. And I have a few down here, but since I'm only doing three today, so that I don't go off the rails and, end up not being mindful of your time, I would like to just go over a little bit of what we talked about on Clubhouse yesterday. We did this presentation and it was well received. A lot of people had a lot of things to say. And, a way of changing the perception that there's something really bad about business building. And let me make sure you know what I'm talking about. So, when I'm talking about business building, the words I cannot say, I'm talking about the belly to belly, the 3 foot rule, the anybody with a pulse, the list of 100. So you know what I'm talking about. Now, and before I go on, let me introduce myself because I'll start talking, and then next thing I know, I'll figure out that you're actually almost to the end and you never introduced yourself. So let me do that now. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to be able to come online, use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do this in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing, video marketing, lead generation, and branding, along with other updated, modern, and trending strategies to help you to be able to do what it is that you want to do with your business, that to help you to reach where you want to get to. For some people, it might just be a side gig. For some people, it might be a full-time gig. It just depends on what it is that you want and, where you want to go with it. So that is basically what I do. And at the end of the video, when it's over, I'm going to have some information on the video in the comment section that you can check out. It's one of the first things that I used, or not you, one of the first things that I read, and that, I just kept going, or not so much read. I think it was recordings. You could read it too, but I listened to the recordings. And but it was an awesome training, and it helped to open my mind up. And I haven't really looked back since. So I would like to put that on here as, a free training, and you can check it out. And then go from there. If you have any questions about it, any questions about anything that I say today, you can always direct message me, and I can see what I can do to help you out. Your questions or concerns or whatever. Okay, so I've done that. And because I hate it when I get to the end and I'm like, okay, I was just so anxious to get started. Anyway, so now I'm looking at the three negatives that I put down about this profession. And I don't know where the bad rap started. I don't know where the bad talk started, where the negativity came from. But I know probably part of it was inexperience, lack of knowledge, and people just, will say something about something and it's, oh, I don't do that, that's really bad, or and the person may not ask them, so what do you mean, why is it bad? you know they just go on along their merry way, and then if someone says something about it and asks them a question or says, have you heard about, business building, and they'll say, oh yeah, I heard, you need to stay away from that, that's got all that illegal stuff in it, or something like that, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go and mention these three things that I have written down here, and then try to answer a few, perceptions about it, the perceptions that people have, and what we might do to change it. So number one, I have pyramid scheme, illegal pyramid scheme. Because people look at it and they say only the person at the top is the one that makes the money. The people at the bottom don't make anything. Well, that would be an illegal pyramid scheme, but not in this case of this profession. It's not where just the people at the top make, the bucks. It's not it's not that type of situation. And what a lot of people have done, because I mean, working as a nurse in the hospital, there was the CEO who made, a certain lot of money. And then there was then the next level, and then the next level. And I was down here in this level somewhere as a nurse. And so I wasn't making nearly anything that the other people were making. So when people look at things and say it's a pyramid, you need to run, then I say, think about where you work. Is there a person at the head of the helm? Is there a CEO? Is there, a president or whatever? It all starts off one, and then maybe two, and then it disperses into more and more. So pyramid is not really a bad word. It's the way that our government is set up. It's the way that our, jobs are set up. It's the way that, businesses are set up. It's just the way that it goes. Um, so I think people need to stop and think when they talk about pyramid schemes, and remember where they work and what they're doing and who's at the head of, can they've got a manager, supervisor, or, whatever over them. So it's still, it's not illegal. But it's a pyramid. And so is business building. It's a pyramid. But, we just have to start to put a positive on that, because everything, all of the stuff in our lives that we were working, I knew I was going to end up yucking it up. Sorry. Trying to be mindful of your time, so I'm looking at the clock a little bit. So, but just so you know, pyramid scheme was one of the ones I put. The other thing is that it doesn't work. And from what I've seen, business building works great. And I'm trying to see, do I have, no, I didn't write it down. But I know that when we were discussing this yesterday, and I also know this from, because it was my topic, it was what I wanted to talk about. I just believe that it's getting an unfair rap. It's getting an unfair um, it's like people don't really look at it for what it is. They look at it for what they've heard, what perceptions they have, how they think about it. What, oh, I heard that was bad. You don't ever want to go there. You don't ever want to do this, or you don't ever want to do that. That's one of those kind of things. So, in saying that it doesn't work, I've seen it work. I see people, that are starting with me, that started when I started, that are further along than me. I see people that started when I started and they're, coming up along behind me. I see people that are actually, after they've gone through this mentorship program, mentorship company that I'm attached, that I am a part of, because I wanted to learn. Because as a nurse, I went to nursing school and I learned and I put in all that, the fees and what have you for school, for college, and for nursing. And so I didn't learn everything overnight. I didn't just, all of a sudden wake up with the knowledge. It's, so, and it would be the same way with learning how to be able to still be a business builder and learn and grow and learn and grow, because there are skill sets that are required, that are needed, so that you can be effective, so that you can help those people that you really want to help. So really important on that one. It does work. I've seen too many people that are living their lives and having the time of their life and enjoying it, and they're still working their businesses, but they are, doing well. So it does work, and that was also what I read in the articles that I read before. Okay, and then number three, no one really gets rich. Well, there are a lot of, like the guy over at Pampered Chef, his name escapes me right now. I mean, he started off in his, I don't know if he was in his 50s or 60s, but he's doing, Warren Buffett, he's doing well. There are lots of other people that started off in business building and they just didn't stop. They remained consistent and they didn't give up. They didn't quit. They kept it going until they learned, everything that they needed to learn. And now they mentor other people. They help other people to be able to learn and be able to discover the same things that they discovered. And, that's impressive to me. And I know that I've already set my goal, my overarching goal, and but I have a lot of little goals that I need to do to get there. And I'm going to get there. So I'm not concerned about that. Let me look at the clock. Um, One thing, okay, so I also wanted to give you a few things of what you might do or what you might not want to do. So you're talking to somebody and then they say, that's a pyramid scheme, isn't it? And so how do you answer that? Do you get upset? Do you fly off the handle? Do you start screaming and yelling at them? No, you answer them in a positive way, even if it's a question. My mentor brought this up yesterday. She said, really? What? What? So what is a scheme? What is a pyramid scheme? Just kind of put it back on those people that are just spreading this information and they really don't have the correct information. I would love to just be able to say what it is that I do, and that profession is just, it's been very good to me. It's been helpful to me, and it's been, so many people that I know are just rolling and they're enjoying their lives. They're spending time with their family because they're working from home. It's just really something that's great. So let me see. So you don't want to argue with people that want to say it's a pyramid scheme, and you can always say, okay, well, we can always agree to disagree and keep moving. Don't stand there and keep going back and forth with them. It's not going to help. Let's see what else I have. So I have don't argue. Um, think about where the negative perceptions have come from, and, just try to educate the person that's talking to you if they will accept it. And remember, the other thing is take the emotion out of it. Don't let it get you to the point where you're turning red, you're angry, you're frustrated, and you just want to yell at this person. We don't want to do that. We want to be, in a position to be able to help somebody. And you can't help them if you're yelling at them. You can't help them if you're, angry. And, everybody's not going to understand what it is that we do. But we can do a really good job of educating and helping people to learn what it is that we do and how we do it. And every company is different. There's a lot of old school stuff out there, and the old school stuff is, I think, a big part of the negative. But I also know that there are some old school people that are starting to change, especially since most of us are here online. And, we can't do this stuff, or they can't do this stuff the way that they used to do it. They can't, do things the way they used to, no home parties, I mean, we're still walking through the stuff we're walking through. So basically, that is it. That is all I had. And looks like I'm at 16, almost 17 minutes. So I'm just trying to cut back on my time. And also, I want to let you know if you, which I think I've already expressed, but I'll say it again. If you have any questions about this information that I talked about today, you can always direct message me, and we can have a chat about it. Maybe I can help you, or maybe you can even, help me to give me more information that, that I can continue to spread in my lives, in my posts, and so on. So let me do some housekeeping things first. I'm not seeing any questions or comments in the chat right now. So remember to keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. My lives are going to be cut back to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this will be the last week that you'll see me on Monday and Friday. And yeah. So, and I'm just going to be working on building other parts of my business that I really need to do, and doing the 5 lives a week and preparing for them and having all the content creation stuff, which isn't difficult. But I just have some other things that I need to do to continue to build my business. So I want to be aware of that and do the things that I need to do. So my lives are going to be going down from 5 days a week to 3. That 3 will usually be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just so you know. The other thing is, remember, there are people out there that are isolated and alone, and maybe a text message, phone call, email, or even trying to get them on a Zoom might really brighten their day. So, you can remember that, check them out. Do what you can to help lift somebody's day. Bring a smile to their face. Bring a smile to their heart. And so wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, sleepy time, always make it the best that you can make it. Always be the best that you can be. God bless, God keep, and I will see you again tomorrow with another topic, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to go and get off here since I didn't quite stick to my time, but it's okay. So talk soon. Bye now.